Hey guys, you're watching E118. My name is AJ, and we are back after hitting my mic like 3 times then, I'm sorry. We are back on an episode of ZONOCraft Season 2. Last episode I done a little bit of a Q&A. I broke a sign on the way in, and I don't know where the sign is from. So if we see a missing sign, we'll know where it is. I done the Q&A last episode. I've managed to get out of the cave, and I want to see what haul we got. So we got some gold and some iron from a few chests I noticed. Fair bit of redstone, 46 ore of redstone. We'll fortune that up later on. But how much iron did we get? Oh, potatoes, hey? Lovely. I was wondering where potatoes were. There. So that is like 2 and a quarter stacks of iron. The reason why I done a bit of a caving episode was because I need a lot more iron and resources in order to make blocks, in order to build some beacons. Beacons are something that we've had for quite a while now. I think I've got 3. I've got 2 in here. So I've got 2, but we haven't had the resources currently up until around this around this point, because I think this should be enough to be able to get a full beacon. I'm not sure. Maybe not. With this as well. But we haven't had it up to full power yet, which means we haven't been able to have 2 different, what do you call them? Like 2 different effects at the same time. Ice is in there. This is my junk chest. I know, I've got another junk chest. It's just to clear out for this episode, and then I'll tidy it up. Don't panic, don't panic. We need some grass today, though. So I've got my dirt chest full of grass. There we go. And we'll get going. That should be everything that we need for a little while at least. But yeah, I'd like to get a couple of beacons set up. Also, yes, I have been informed. You guys done a great job on letting me know that withers can break obsidian. Where's my bed? Oh, I moved it to the temple, didn't I? Oh, poo. I did see the comments. Yeah, obsidian can be broken by a wither. I was not aware. Apparently, it still seems a little bit torn between how often it can kill it. Some people were saying it can break it within 2 hits. I'm not sure about that. Some people were saying that it can break obsidian all the time. I'm not quite sure about that. I might be wrong. But some people were saying that it can break obsidian on its initial explosion. Like when you first build it and like the power bar builds up. And then the first explosion that it does to burst itself into life can break obsidian. That I believe. That I fully understand. And yeah, I think that's probably the most logical one. I'm trying to find our way over to our snow village. It's this way some way. I'm going to climb over this mountain. That's definitely a very plausible option. Which puts me in a bit of a sticky situation for the temple, because my original plan for the temple, if you're a new subscriber, was to build... I've got a temple in the desert, right? And I was going to put a load of obsidian inside it and line the walls with obsidian, and then I could fight withers inside a really cool looking temple. It turns out, however, that might not be as easy as I thought. I wanted to put obsidian in there so we could use it multiple times and not have to worry about building the temple each time. But if it's going to break the obsidian, then there's not really that much point to it. Until someone suggested a few episodes back, I've just forgotten to mention it, we've been too busy, that maybe I could do a duplicate save. Now, I want you guys, your opinion on this, because I think half of you are going to be interested in this, or like this design. I think half of you are going to be very against it. And I'm torn. I'm on the edge, okay? So the idea was we could make a duplicate save every time we wanted to fight the wither. We could fight the wither in the temple, like how we wanted to begin with. And then load up the other save where the temple is intact. And I assume he means to cheat in the Nether Star. Now, I'm not sure about that, because I don't like cheating. I know it's sort of cheating, but sort of isn't cheating. That's why I'm on the fence about it. I'm not sure what you guys will think. and I'm really not sure myself. Let me know in the comment section what your opinions is on that whole idea of... I don't know if you guys will class as cheating. I expect it'll be a pretty 50-50 opinion about the cheating factor of it and the allowed factor, because at the end of the day, survival is for survival. You know, the survival world is for survival. We've got creative series where we can, you know, use as many blocks as we want. I know we're not using it for that reason with the withers, but it's still a little bit dodgy. Anyway, let me know what you think. So today, there was a really, really cool idea to build a frozen waterfall in our Nordic medieval snow golem village. Oh, how are the snow golems? 1, 2, 3. You know, I'm surprised there's even 3. Oh, 4. We lost 1, didn't we, last time we was checking? Well, there seems to be 4 here still. I'm so pleased about that. The door idea, I think, is being scrapped because I don't think the snow golems are going to that often walk up to a pressure plate to open the door anyway. Yeah, I don't think they're going to walk through the door that often. And when they get in here, I doubt they're going to walk on the pressure plate to get back out again. So what I might do is just leave the doors open, and then they can freely go inside whenever they feel like it. I think that'll be a better idea. But anyway, let's chop down these trees. So someone said, build a... Whatever you do, I think the comment went something like, whatever you do, you must build a frozen waterfall. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, that is an incredible idea. That is so cool. In fact, what I want to try and do, and I don't know how easy this is going to be, but I would really like to try and do parts of it frozen with a couple of bits of it still melted. Whoops. And I think that would look pretty cool. So I've gathered up some ice here, not too much. I didn't have time to gather a lot, but this should be more than enough. I see that creeper there as well. I think we should be safe. So I've put a little line down on this side of where the waterfall is going to start. Obviously, these leaves will die in a minute. And we just need to carve away a little bit on this side. I shouldn't put my sword away. And I shouldn't really put my pickaxe away either. Get it right. So we just got to carve away a little tiny area for the waterfall to flow down from. Like this. We have built a waterfall before, but we've never done a frozen one. I've never built a frozen one in Minecraft, and it just sounded like a super cool idea that it just had to be tried at least, had to be attempted. Get rid of that hole. Like this. Something like this. Trying to just carve out a nice amount, because a waterfall, how a waterfall works, obviously, is it's carved away the mountain over time and left like a channel. And that's what we want to try and replicate with this frozen one. So the ice is actually going to be set in just a little bit, not too much. So something like this. And then it'll start up here. If we take away this tree. I knew I needed my axe again. I need all the tools at all times. Like, oh, come on. Gotcha. Oh, that's another one. Get out of here. Nobody likes you, log. Okay, so how are we doing now then? Let's take away a couple more. That's pretty good. We can see exactly where the waterfall is going to go and lead to. I like that. I like that. Okay, let's get rid of this dirt then. Let's get some ice. We'll keep one dirt on us, in fact. So, the first thing I'm going to do is actually plant down just like a base of ice. So, like the bottom layer of ice. And then from there, we'll slowly thicken it up and build it up into a shape that we like. At the bottom, I would really like a giant splash zone. Like an area where the waterfall splashed into the river, or ocean, whatever you want to call it. And actually froze in midair. I think that'd be so cool to try and build. You know, with the splashes still, you know, not quite settled because it was so cold at the time that it just froze the whole lot. It would just be really, really cool. Something like that. Put that one there. And then this is pretty much the bottom. like this. This alone might look quite cool. Like that. And pretty sure some of this ice is going to melt, but I'm not going to be too bothered about that. That one will for certain. Okay, that's a pretty good start. We can now see where the waterfall used to flow, at least. Oh yeah, that one did melt. Okay, I'm actually going to remove that. And maybe try that. I'm going to take that torch away as well. This one will still... Oh, hiccups. This one will still melt from this torch. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to be too much of a problem. We'll sort that out when it comes to it. So, do we start at the bottom now? No, we still start at the top. Starting at the top is going to be easiest. My voice. It's going. It's going. We need to start at the top because you need to keep that sort of flow going. And it's easier to do from the top, working your way down, than it is going to be the other way around. Get out of here, floating block. Okay, so now, just carry this on a little bit higher, like this. Okay, so we want like some areas where it's a little bit thicker. So we're now going to drag down like a couple of lines. And then skip that one. We'll start another line here. Something like this. And then start another one. Maybe like here. It's going to look a little bit weird at first, but you're going to have to give it a chance. And I think it'll look a lot better. Oh, we're at the bottom already? Crazy. Okay, yes, that's starting to build up. You can sort of see where the flow would majoritarily go, where the water was at its thickest. And at the bottom here, I want to build like a couple of larger... I'm going to break some of this ice. If I break it by hand, it's going to turn to water, isn't it? Yeah, no! Terrible idea. If I break it... I got this silk touch shovel, haven't I? AJ, fix your shovel, it's nearly broken. Pickaxe then. AJ, fix your shovel, it's nearly broken. It's fine. Don't even complain about it. Do I like that? No, I don't. Okay, remove that. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Fix your shovel. It's about to break. Don't you worry about the shovel, guys. We'll fix it when it's really close to breaking. There's still like over a quarter of the durability yet. There's a long way to go yet. Okay, so I'm going to put this dirt down so we can easily place... In fact, that probably isn't the most efficient way to do it, is it? Just use ice and then break it again. Like this. Try to get like a splash, the appearance of like a splash going. Aha. Like that. And I know I broke two then. That doesn't really matter too much. Like that. Yeah. That looks like a couple of little splashes that's frozen in midair. That's what I want to try and get the look of. That one goes there. And then, obviously, we need to do some terraforming up the side here. Actually, not that much. We can do that now. In fact, I thought it was going to require a lot more terraforming than this, but looks like we built it relatively friendly to the environment around it. Yeah, and once that gets covered in snow, I doubt you'll be able to tell that we made that by hand. It's hard to tell now, in fact. That looks so cool. That looks so cool. Okay, we need a couple of splashes towards the top, though, of where it starts to just fall down. I'm sure you've all seen, like, a cartoon or some sort of program in the past where they're, like, riding in some sort of boat, and the boat comes along, and they only know that a waterfall is there because of, like, all the steam and all the splash at the top. That's the sort of thing that I want to try and replicate here. I'm making a huge mess and placing a lot of blocks where I don't want to place. We'll break them afterwards. I've got a sneeze coming. I can feel it. It's right on the end of my nose. Oh, it's right there. It's gonna... I can feel it's not gonna come, but I got a feeling that it's gonna be there for the rest of the episode. Yeah, it's still there. It's still waiting. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Okay, how's that look? That looks like a little bit of a splash to me, I think. Yeah. Okay, whoops. That looks really cool. Frozen waterfall. Yeah, never done one before. But I think it looks like a waterfall, or it looks like it was a waterfall at some point. Definitely. Some people were saying as well that we should maybe melt some of the ice and have some of it water. I like that idea. We can do that with glowstone underneath. Someone also said we should build a house on the ice. I'm not too sure about that. That's a really cool idea. I'm not 100% sure if that's the safest idea, though. Oh, it is so close to nighttime. What are you even talking about? I could just barely see the sun. Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure if that's the complete safest idea. I mean, what if the ice melts or breaks with the torches inside the house or on the side of the house? Seems a little bit sketchy to me. Right, where have these snow golems gone? 1, 2, 3, 4. Still 4 of them. I don't know where the 5th one went. I wonder if he drowned. Can they drown? I'm not sure if they can even drown. It's probably worth an experiment at some point, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, definitely that 5th one. I don't think they can despawn, because I'm sure they would have by now. If they could despawn, they would have. So that can't be the reason why. But yeah, very interesting. Okay, what are we doing for time? We're doing okay for time-ish. Let's have a quick pop over to the... Oh man, that scared me so bad. We've got this new air freshener in the room that I'm in. And it's one of these air fresheners that go off like every so many minutes. Like you can change how often they go off. We've got to go off like every half an hour or something like that. Every 25 minutes or something strange. And I still haven't really gotten used to it. So I'll be like playing a game or on the computer. And then suddenly it goes... And it's like, what was that? It takes you a couple of seconds to... Oh, no, I'm safe. It was just the air freshener. Smells really nice. I don't know what smell it is. I think it's like a... It's almost like a lavender smell. Sort of. I think it's like cross between lavender and something else. Oh, our temple looks so cool. That is huge, though. It is looking so cool, though. But yeah, obsidian on the inside. Let's go over here. Let's have a quick chat about maybe some other options that could be used for the inside of this temple. Obviously, we've gone through the wither ideas. If they're going to work or not, I do not know. I'm going to work on the assumption that you guys... don't want to cheat. Or not cheat. You guys know what I mean. I've explained this sort of phenomenon enough. Whoa! I was just getting rid of that dirt. To place with sand. I didn't realise to be a sinkhole underneath it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go on the assumption that the wither idea is out for this temple. So if you've got another idea that we could use for this temple. Because obviously... I want there to be a use. I don't want there to be just a temple in the desert just to have a temple in the desert. I would really like a use behind it. The idea of using it as a village has been thought of, but has been... Why did I fall so slowly then? Was that because of the autosave? I jumped down here, and it like seemed to fall really slowly. Yeah, the idea of the village, I thought of it, but the problem is that villages are going to be changing really, really soon. Like how a village is, how do you say? Like how a village is born in the game, not born, recognized. How they recognize a village, how the game recognizes a village, and unfortunately, from what I understand of how PC works, it means our Nether village will break as a breeding village, as a place, as a safe place for our villagers to be. It'll be absolutely fine. This is a great mob trap. As a place for villagers to be safe, it'll be absolutely fine. But to actually breed more villagers up with, it's not going to work for anymore. Which is no problem because we've got all the villagers that we need from it. Basically, for it to be classed as a village, you're going to have to have a... how do I describe this? The door, let's say you've got the villager's house door is this, okay? This block right here has to be able to see sunlight. Okay, now obviously we're down in a ravine, and the block in front of the door cannot be seen by the sun, because obviously there's the ravine really high up above it. But in the new update, or whenever the new update does, it might not even be in the next update. In fact, console might never implement that change. I don't know. Have I got any torches here, or coal at least? No? You're joking me, right? There's ice here. You're joking me. That's so annoying. Alright, we'll go back to the base. So yeah, we can't use the temple as like a breeding cell unless we poke holes in the top of it to be able to see sunlight. And I'm not really a fan of that. I don't really like that idea. Let's take the cart back. I'm not really a fan of that idea. It'd be cool to build or I've thought about building a desert village around the temple. But we're already doing some sort of village in the snow biome, so I'm not really that interested in that, at least for a little while. Maybe later on. Yeah, this is totally broken. I know a lot of you guys have already told me of how to fix it. I already know how to fix it. I just haven't got round to it. But yeah, let me know on any ideas for that temple. I'll be very, very interested to hear. But anyway, let's call it an episode. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode. We done well on that caving episode, just for 20 minutes of caving. That's a lot of resources. Okay, bye!